Maybe says something about your mama. So, you just go. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing another episode of Will It Burn with your host, Tyler Wood. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm back out here at my mini super shelter. Yes, it's still not done yet. I know there's still a lot of stuff I need to get done. I just like experimenting and messing around. Oh, there's a blooper. There we go. What I'm going to do today, which I don't even know why I needed to pop that knife off to begin with, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the popular myth that certain chips, like the one I see here, I'm not going to mention any names, you can actually get a fire going using these as tinders. So what I'm going to do is use a few different ways to get a spark or use a match to get it, to see if I can get one lit. And we're going to experiment a little bit more. We're going to see if maybe crushing these up into more of a finer dust, I guess you could call it, and see if that works even better. If we can't get a whole chip actually with the ferro rod. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. We got a lot more stuff in plan, so stay tuned. Guys, hit that like button, share this out. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And you want to take it one step further. Hey, I wouldn't mind if you maybe you went to work next day, told your boss, told a friend, told a coworker even, ex-girlfriend, baby mama, maybe your baby daddy, whatever. Hey, I ain't gonna put judgment on you. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. I'm not gonna judge you. We're just gonna, hey, yeah. Okay, let's get to this video. That got a little weird. Alright, I got both my gloves off for this. First thing we're going to do, we're going to try our ferro rod. I'm going with my go-to ferro rod, my UST, or UTS. I always get that backwards. And we're going to just go ahead and try to throw some sparks and see. Oh, see if I actually place the ferro rod on top of these, they're just going to break like that. Go flying everywhere. It almost looks like it's going to do it. Definitely smells weird. Let's try this again, and again, and again. So it's not wanting to actually kind of go. I think the pieces are too big. I think if we actually do this in a finer dust powder, we'll actually get it to work. So why don't I go ahead and try doing that. So in order to bust this up into fine pieces, you gotta get mad at it, right? It's It's like maybe you didn't get that promotion. Maybe you're a YouTuber and you're not successful. Or maybe said something about your mama. So you just go like this. You just beat the crap out of it. Alright. Now you just kind of take it up, get your little fingers and kind of give it a little, just give it a little tap. You know, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to tap it, right? We're going to take our Dorito covered ferro rod, and now we're going to try sparking it again and see if that made a difference. Oh. It goes so quick that when you try to give it some oxygen, give it a little bit of mouth to mouth, it goes straight out. So we're gonna try the traditional way. I'm gonna take this whole chip. We're gonna take our trusty Bic. By the way, you guys tell me, I don't know. Are yellow Bics, are those bad luck? Every time I get a lighter at the gas station and I just grab a yellow one, they're always like, oh, those are bad luck, you shouldn't do that. I never knew why. I thought it was just an old wise tale. As you can tell, it's actually pretty cold outside right now, so my lighter's having a hard time. I'm trying to get it on film too, but I have to do some kind of wind blockage. I mean, it started. It started. There's something going on there. Let me just try setting this up right. As soon as I take my hand away, that wind gets to blowing the lighter out. There you guys go. She's burning. Oh, she's burning now, boys. She's burning now. One of those things is inside my stomach right now. Absolutely crazy. Alright, so what I did is I pretty much threw some of that hay in that bag of Doritos, and then I went ahead and threw some of that hay in there as well and kind of made like a Dorito bomb. I got that going, got some twigs in there. We're going to have a nice fire going, kind of keep warm somewhat, even though I know this is an open shelter right now. But just kind of sitting by this is going to definitely make a big difference. So let's get on with our main project. Alright, I was sitting here just taking pictures of myself. That's a scary image, right? I was trying to hit that record button, but for some reason, I just kept hitting that picture button. I hate it. So, we're going to go off and try to find some more wood, of course. This wouldn't be a Tyler Wood Bushcraft episode if it didn't have any kind of wood involved, right? That bag of Doritos went up. That bag of Doritos went up way too quick. It's kind of scary to think about. Maybe you should double check what you feed your guys' kids, if you guys have kids. Or even yourself, you know, make sure you're really knowing what you're putting in your body, because that's scary. Alright, I'm going to walk around like that asshole that has always got one of those big old selfie sticks. But I figure since I'm in the woods and I'm by myself, I have every right. Who says I can't? You? I don't think so. It's my show. I'm the boss, right? Yeah. I do what I want, right? That's kind of how it goes. Like I said, a lot of the trees that I have around me are nothing but big old oak trees. We have white ash, stuff like that. So I'm kind of only specifically using one tree every single time I do something like this. Any kind of trees that I'm using out here, they're just all oak. We have a few different ones, like I said, but mostly oak. Hardwoods. That's kind of what's all within my region. In my domain, my territory. So let's get to finding one. Would you guys just look at it? Would you guys just look at it? Look at it. Look at it. Oh, would you just look at it? Just look at it. Here I am, looking at it. I'm just looking at it. Tell me if any of you guys have seen Ed Bassmaster. That guy is hilarious. So what we have here is white ash. This is what I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see. It's not snow that's on there. That's actually the bark, that color, that gray color. That's what we. How you can identify what a white ash tree looks like. This came off of a white ash. Alright, so I'm back. I couldn't help but keep looking at it, and I figured, you know what, I'm looking at it so much, I just need to take it with me. So here we are, we're back at the in-process mini shelter, and I'm going to start on my project. I'm going to make 2 different versions of it. I'm not going to tell you guys this time. You guys are going to have to wait and see and figure out what I made. Did that even make sense? Did that come out good? No? Okay. Rewind. Let me do a little rewind thing right here. Okay, so I couldn't help but keep looking at it. I just kept looking at it and I was like, you know what, that's what I want. So here I am. I'm back at the end process of the mini shelter that I'm working on. I know you guys are hearing that a lot lately. But I'm going to make my project. I'm going to make 2 different versions of it. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm not going to tell you this time. Probably not a good idea to go right up against my genitalias, the grind area. So let me stand up to this.
Alright, you guys figure out what it is? Or did you guys read the title? Which I wasn't thinking about that when I was recording this video. So yes, I made a bushcraft, this is a bushcraft brush. You know, kind of just really simple. Even though it's really simple, it's a lengthy process. I don't know if I'd actually go all the way through with doing this unless I was out here for, I guess, like I said, a long time, which that's kind of what is bushcrafting, is thriving in your area, wanting to stay placed for a long time. Planes. So here we are. This is what it looks like. I don't know if I can get it to focus that close up. So yeah, and one side did break off. One of the pegs that I made was too big. So here we go. I had to do a little slow motion beard for you. As you can see, the pegs are all still on here. It did work. This was about a 2-hour project, you know, with the wood carving, making those pegs, and after remaking them, making the holes. It was only a lengthy process, but that is our first brush. I mean, we could do it for right here too, I guess, so you guys can see. Kind of do the whole comb over thing here. Do the George Clooney look, you know, whatever. You guys probably don't know who George Clooney is. So, voila. Now I'm looking my best out here in the bush, in case I meet a bush lady, right?